Did the project work like we thought?
Well, the study went very well at first when we did it when we weren't using music.
And then once we started progressing using different music, I think that they just kind of got more off task.
They kind of took it more as a joke than a real.
And half the people didn't really listen to music the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we had more participants than we wanted to, who didn't want to do it one day, and so they gave it to someone else to do. And so that just...
Yeah, like this situation, subject number 1, he quit after the first day, and we weren't even listening to music that day. And then, so now we have test subject number 2, filling in for them, and it's all...
Yeah, and test subject number 2 gave the iPod to someone else one day, and they didn't listen to music
and
at
they
all.
were just goofing off.
Yep. So, I don't necessarily think it went the way we planned it. We got somewhere around where we wanted our results.
How to work at home. Instead of go listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Top 3 things that we learned.
So, I learned that a lot of people don't really do well when they listen to music. That they just goof off like entirely, and even though they say, "Oh yeah, I can work really well."
Really? Because I learned that, like, depending on the type of music is how well they can learn. Because, I mean, like, some kids actually work better with music than others.
I think people just goofed off the whole time, took it as a joke. That's what I learned about this our whole project is a joke. We didn't have to take it seriously. I think only people in Brown's class actually did it as
Like,
McLeod's class sucked.
Yeah.
McLeod's class did not do anything. They took it completely as a joke.
No offense.
Even the people we thought who were going to work and actually did turn out working better without music, they took it as a joke too.
Another thing that I learned was that people don't always listen to the right music. They hold secrets from us, saying that they changed their music. So I think only pretty much one person actually kept their music. Someone else just took it as a complete joke.
Which actually kind of surprised me, some of the people who ended up working and some of the people who didn't end up working. Because originally when we planned this, we decided to pick 2 people who worked and 2 people who didn't from each class. And the people who usually work, they ended up not working
at all.
At all. And the
Nothing.
Nothing at all. One thing that I learned from this is that you really need to know your plan before you go ahead and do something. We didn't really have this set out plan on what we were going to do each day. We kind of just jumped into it and went for it. And I think that's not necessarily beneficial to what we were trying to do.
And then I think we should have like watched more before we started our observing about the test subjects. I think we could have like looked more like the people who worked. We could have seen if they worked more or if they just looked like they were working when they're like on a laptop or computer. And then I think we could have done a bit better with like telling, encouraging people, can you keep listening to your music and like.
Yeah, we didn't really have that much control over anything because it's like.
Because we couldn't distract them from their project.
Yeah, and we weren't trying to do that was the thing, but then it came down to, wait, this is our project. We're gonna fail if you don't help us.
And they pretty much didn't.
And yeah. Okay.
So let's hope that we didn't fail.
Yeah.
My disappointments were that people didn't really, for instance, take our project seriously in McLeod's class, so they didn't really listen to the right music.
My disappointments is that I think that we had like just a little bit too less time than we really needed. Like if we had a little more time to work on the project, I would have been happy.
My major disappointment was that I think on our part we could have planned it more and people could have taken it more seriously. And what Karlie said, I think we could have had more time to do.
What would you do differently? I would say that I think we should have planned what we did a little more.
Appreciate people who would actually enjoy some of the music that we chose or get their opinions on the music first instead of just choosing random genres.
I think we should have gotten a bit more control over the stations because some people like changed the station and didn't listen to the music that we had them to, and so I think we should have gotten a bit more control over it. Justice to this project to anyone else.
I would say no, because there isn't really much activity that you can do besides watching people to see if they work better. And so if you're more of a hands-on person, this wouldn't be for you. And then this project wasn't exactly a success.
I'd say if you like observing people and kind of like thinking outside of the box, I guess to say, then you could do this project, but it really does depend on the kind of person you are.
I think yes, only if you know what you're doing, and if you know what to handle and how to handle it, which at first we didn't really know.